But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. Sure, it's Christmas once more. Welcome, children of all ages, to a 2015 movie that surprised quite literally everyone.
And we do mean children of all ages because it's PG-13, so as long as you've got a parent with you, you are welcome to join in on the festivities.
I'll explain in a second. This is 2015's Krampus. Like I said, the theming of the late part of this year for me would have been Closure, and I wanted to pick this movie for a very long time, believe it or not.
I think you've been trying to go for this at least 4 years in a row
at
now.
Least three years at least. I forgot if it's more or not. This is the child prodigy of a certain Michael Dougherty, which has been a writer for the early X-Men movies, and more recently became a director for stuff like Trick or Treat, which is a Halloween film movie. And after this he did Godzilla King of a Monster, which is my favorite MonsterVerse movie. Sadly, that one did not make as much money and was received not as much from the critics, but it still has a creative writing for Godzilla vs. Kong, so the guy is still getting work to this day.
So that kind of makes it the opposite of this movie. Against a budget of $15 million, it made $61.5 million, and the critics ate this one up.
True to the Universal, formula, low budget, high reward. But the critics believed that this would have failed because, if I recall correctly, this was in the seasonal release, competing against stuff like The Good Dinosaur, for example. We think we did mention this in the past, and he still yet managed to. There you go. Let me get the quote. Brad Brevet of Box Office Mojo posted a forecast predicting complete supremacy for Mockingjay and The Good Dinosaur, saying an opening weekend forecast of 6.5 million for Krampus was generous, and a weekend all for over 10 million was unlikely. Then came the Friday numbers of that very website, showing Krampus breaking 6 million in one day and conquering both Mockingjay and The Good Dinosaur, which didn't even make the top 3. And to be fair, Brevet actually acknowledged the mistake without hesitation, so good sport on the guy. But yeah, this was actually a surprise. So what is Krampus? If you haven't seen this movie, let me just tell that this is a drama about a kid that wants to celebrate Christmas with his family, but because his family is kind of split, we have kind of a splitting between his own parents, and family being similar to last year's Deck the Halls, with his family being a bit more, sophisticated, strict, more by the meal. And instead, the other parents, from the mother side, if I recall correctly, which are your typical, kind of like Danny DeVito's family, a bit more, chaotic, and a bit of stereotyped when it comes to American families. I can think this kind of like of a Simpsons episode, roughly. And so they had to say, pass the Christmas together. If you don't know anything about Krampus in terms of mythology, again, we briefly mentioned in the past, he's just basically Santa's little helper in the form of a goat demon. But again, this is not important for the time being, trust me. But again, we can mention more as the movie starts. We're doing the theatrical cut. Why? Because in 2021, the director managed to release a Blu-ray, which is called the Naughty Cut. What is that? It's basically the equivalent of an unrated movie, but it's not so much in terms of violence, but more like it restores a couple of takes that had actual swear words. This movie is PG-13, as Joe said, but it does actually contain a properly used F-bombs.
I will
say that.
I love that loophole. The idea is you can say the F-word in front of little children, but only once.
And but instead, the Naughty Cut instead restores a couple of these, other scenes that had different takes, and added a couple of scenes here and there that I will mention specifically. We cannot sadly do that for the time being because sadly, it's a Blu-ray that is not available, at least for this country around. So for the sake of, having a more coherent, viewing and celebrate Christmas properly, let's just stick to the theatrical cut, which is, the one that starts with instead Universal and Legendary custom logos. So start before that in 3, 2, 1, click. So does anyone else know about this movie? Just to know.
Nope. Oh, I've definitely have heard about this movie.
I've heard of it, but I never saw it.
For the cast, we have Adam Scott, Tony
Oh,
Collette,
Parks and
David
Recreation.
Kushner, Alison
Tony
Tolman,
Collette.
and Conchata Ferrell, which sadly passed away, but she's actually a great actress that I absolutely love.
Sure. She wrote Tony Collette is adult Mary from Mary and Max.
Ah.
So,
Ugh.
Is this hey, look, symbolism of how frosty the relationship between these two studios
And,
got later on.
And what we start with the song that I used at the beginning, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Starting with the best thing about, Christmas, the horrors of capitalism.
I was gonna say capitalism.
The true
Beginning to
Christmas
look up.
spirit.
I think what
It's
you're thinking
beginning to
is
look a lot
commercialism.
Christmas.
Okay.
See, this is how you make a fucking title.
This is a rush to get both the Series X and the PS5 before they run out again.
Oh my god, Trunchbull from Matilda got a new job at the store, I see.
Also, Job, remind me again, did you say when you started working retail recently?
Yes.
I
Is it like
apologize.
this around the festivities?
This is like in the this is like in movie 7 of DBZ where all the women are fighting in the store for the
And
clothes.
Chichi has to basically punch everyone else. Poor child.
So Jova, is it like this or?
Surprisingly, it was not like this on Black Friday. Granted,
I like this, Jova, like completely exhausted.
I love that one. I love that one. Music by Douglas Pipes. Wow, that guy was totally born to be a composer, apparently.
So I know what you're thinking also. What does this have to do with the entire movie? It's basically to set up an initial accident that will be referenced as the movie starts. The entire sequence of the people beating the shit out of each other for Christmas is just for kicks.
Okay.
yeah,
It's
from what
specifically this. An activity recreation, there you go, these two are the parents of our main character, having to intervene because the kid has started beating the shit out of someone else. And this is the sister of our main character.
Who's loving every second of it?
Yeah.
That would be really interesting. Hello, I'm Mr. Pipes, and this is my wife, Mr. Pipes.
Oh, even Grandma's loving this.
I wasn't even aware that Pipes was an actual name.
It can. A lot of last names, Pedro, are reflecting what the family's professions were in the past, like Baker.
Oh, so is that why porn stars have all these, interesting
Well,
names?
sometimes those are called, art names, names
Stage
that they
names,
fabricate.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Lovely.
let's start properly. And yes, we start also with foreshadowing from an adaptation of Christmas Carol. I don't know which version this is, but it's actually great as foreshadowing.
I think it's one of the. I think it's a version from the 50s. I think.
It's probably British, actually, considering the accents of the characters.
In top breaking news stories tonight, several people are shopping mall, a nearby shopping
Further
mall,
each other.
after
So yeah,
after the open.
So yeah, in the meantime, Aunt May is making
Cookies,
some
yes.
cookies.
Finish it.
Finish.
If you will notice quickly that this movie takes inspirations mostly also, at least in this first part, from Home Alone. Michael Dougherty, again, from the experience that I've seen from his movies, Michael Dougherty loves to be referential. Probably not. Ouch. Uh-huh.
Lovely.
What is that, Fox News?
Okay. Considering this is a 2015 movie, I'm surprised that they made that kind of joke.
Also, the grandma, in case you're wondering, is German.
Okay.
Oh, goody. Oh, also, I gotta love the if I recall correctly, we are doing now this joke.
Also, I can tell that the sister is definitely going to be a compelling character. She spends a lot of time on her phone. She's going to be the typical teenage girl's archetype in movies, isn't she?
So yeah, the letter for Santa Claus.
I'm saying, seriously, Hollywood, get better at writing teenage girls, please.
Okay, to be fair, we haven't actually seen this run through, and there are plenty of movies that do teenage girls just fine.
Alright, here we go. Just watch. Apparently, the movie has to hang around the photos that they did with Santa and everything that the intro sort of foreshadowed just with the different people. But she didn't properly check, she definitely did not check all of them. You know, just to be sure, because... yeah, and this one, Santa is... yeah. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Oh!
Hold on, wait, I don't get it. What happened?
Santa
was looking at her underage daughter's ass. And yes, Waves, for your delight, this is one of those movies where characters can speak a different language and the others understand them immediately when they speak another one.
Man, this woman really looks like my dad's mother.
Really? Like your grandmother?
Yeah. She has the same basic face, yeah.
Yeah,
well, I wanted to specify which one.
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
I mean, go on, Shira.
I mean, I suppose you could give it a pass in this case because she is actually, you know, the grandmother. They probably can understand a little bit of German, even if they're not fluent. It's kind of like that with some Welsh around here.
What? Your mom popping Xanax again? What?
Also, Apple.
Oh, gee,
yeah,
I must be a fucking wizard.
This is to establish also that the sister has a crush on the neighbor's, you know, son. Oh boy, the van. Similar to Danny DeVito's family, last year we decked the halls. The other family that has to arrive on Christmas makes themselves noticeable.
Yeah, apparently they're causing an earthquake.
Again, like I said, think of this as a Simpsons parody. Imagine this family particularly being sorta kind of like the one of Ned Flanders, even if it's not as Puritan. And the one that has to arrive is the one of Homer Simpson.
Okay, so they went through a Portuguese earthquake. Gotcha.
Okay.
Now, see, basically...
It's a way of saying.
No, basically, we have a common joke here that Portuguese earthquakes tend to be just... The earth shakes mildly, but for just like 10 seconds, and then it just stops. Like, it's very lazy earthquakes.
Okay.
So. Oh, hey, David Kushner.
Ow! Also, if you know anything about Alan Scott, he's kind of playing against type, because this is not the kind of role he normally does. And yes, they even have a bulldog.
Depends on what role you're thinking of. Is he an uptight character? Because if so, that is totally his type.
He's more like the family father that has to understand his son more than anything. Yeah.
Oh, look, oh my god. From which 80s movie did they get this kid from?
Apparently the Bad Santa movie.
Not the one who's talking, I mean the one with this one.
Yeah.
That's why I said the Bad Santa movie. He looks a lot like the fat kid from Bad Santa.
Do you have any other... Is your face stuck that way, dude? Like...
Oh, goody, there she is. No Christmas incomplete with that one parent. Played by, in this case, by Conchata Ferrell.
The annoying aunt, of course.
Yeah, let's call her that for now.
Great. Great. Now all we need is the.
I know most of her jokes, but she's basically a blast for most of the movie.
Okay, so let's see. We have the cookie grandma. We have the annoying aunt. What other archetype can we throw in here?
Trust me, it's not even the best one of the one she delivers.
To quote Jennifer Tilly, "Fuck Martha Stewart." There you go.
And yes, they even forgot they're actually the toddler in the van.
What a lovely family we've got.
It's just that again, Dweebs, this is portraying that kind of Christmas, the one that is a reality for a lot of people, where the one where we should be a time of celebration and everything, but you're surrounded by bad family members.
You're surrounded by idiots.
What is up with this script? It's a surprise. Hemorrhoids are a surprise. What? Like, why would you even go there?
Because the mother of our protagonist was against, having.
No, I get that. No, I get that, Tail, but like, of all things to use an analogy, hemorrhoids, like, what's up with this script?
This family is quite an experience, I see.
Oh.
So, is this one of those rules where everybody's fucking nuts?
No. I've realized it. They were clearly put on Earth to make us realize the McAllisters weren't as bad as we thought they were. It can get even worse.
It's not. Don't worry, it's not Christmas with the Cranks level.
Of course. Well,
he's the fat. Of course, he's the '80s fat kid who does nothing but eat and drink and burp. Of course. You know, Tail, all we need now is the nerdy kid with glasses who does nothing but go on but uses computer. And
surprisingly, no.
We have the complete set. What? No? Oh, come on! I'm so disappointed. Come on, that's all you need to complete the set.
They were out of nerdy kids.
That kid that has glasses, maybe that kid can be the nerdy one.
I mean, just because she has glasses doesn't automatically.
I'm poking like someone with glasses.
I'm operating on Hollywood cliche logic, Trova.
Again, including spoon instead. As if glasses actually make you look smarter. I need glasses. Well, the dog is probably too, yeah. Can dogs even eat that?
What are they eating?
Crab blacks, so she called. I don't even know what that's supposed to be.
Neither do I.
Look it up, Woods.
I'm not American, Jovi. You look it up.
What does being American have to do with it?
Okay.
What?
Is this just the movie? Just people constantly making remarks.
Okay. To be fair, given how Krampus usually only goes after like the people who actually have it coming, I'm guessing this is
going somewhere. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is set up to show up. Anyway, Gravlax is basically graved salmon. It's a Nordic dish. So yeah, Dwibs, being American has nothing to do with it.
Well, I just looked it up as well.
I just love it though.
I was about to tell you.
It's weird that you did look it up after all. Lovely.
Oh, surprised that it's the sister telling him that instead of the mother.
Maybe it's a sign that not every, despite the characters being potentially asshole, they might be still human. Yeah, in the naughty cut, she actually tells her to get the fuck out.
What a great happy family we have here.
No, seriously, like for your sake, otherwise I will legit kill you.
Alaska. Alaska's not in Canada, mate.
He's... Jesus Christ.
Alaska, Canada.
Alaska,
You're Americans, so you don't know what state you're in. What
It's like
state?
someone's trying. It's like trying to say that Mozambique is in Portugal. Like what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, Lisbon, Spain.
well, actually, Mozambique is an African country that speaks Portuguese, but yeah.
Ouch.
I want all these characters to die in a fire, especially
That is
these
a-
rats.
Yeah, everybody's an asshole.
Again.
I just-
Given how Krampus usually goes after people who have it coming, my guess is that this is set up for that.
Also, our protagonist so far is not.
Also, the sister did try to tell them to stop.
Ouch.
It's an interesting origin story for the Grinch. Although I hear that that's getting a horror movie too.
And the fat kid doesn't care and just keeps eating. Of course.
Okay, Pedro, is this just a game? I don't get it.
Well, it's because it was typical in the 80s movies like The Goonies and other stuff where the fat kid is always just cares about eating and that's all. That's his one character trait. You know?
I guess to be fair, we're not really that far into the movie, so I don't know if that's really all there is to him yet.
Also, the entire family, you know, are a bit bigger, so
If anything, it's a good indication. Remember also the fact that the two twins girls, have that kind of complex that they are afraid the fact that they are not satisfying their parents because maybe their father wished they were boys instead. You can tell how we were upset. Once we actually read the letter, probably on their own name, they realized that the kid had touched something that it was actually the truth.
It's
truthful.
weird though.
Again, it's an indication of how the parents are more not good at their job.
It's weird though. While the one with glasses is a girl, I'm pretty sure the other one is still a boy. So that bit in the script does seem
instead
a bit
of
weird.
sending the letter to Santa, the kid decided to just rip it off and throw it away in the wind. And I'm sure no one will get a sight of that.
And let me guess, it gets misinterpreted as I want all my family dead.
No, well, not that, but he actually did wish it, kind of like in Home Alone, that all of his family, went away for Christmas. And for your own pleasure, kids, your wish is being granted. The rhino from James and the Giant Peach comes for you.
Actually, too, I thought you were just gonna go through with the Shenron bit because that's usually how Shenron shows up anyway.
That and look, Shiroi, Charles is transferring his soul again. Apparently.
every fucking year with this dude.
So yeah, one detail that I forgot to mention. This is a horror movie, by the way.
I mean,
and look, guys, we're connecting even to the snowman.
yeah.
Wait.
But yeah, no, this is an action. Sorry, this is a Christmas horror comedy, essentially. So yeah, everyone's stuck here for Christmas. Now who knows what'll kill them first, the ghouls or each other?
Also, beer in the morning. Seriously, you really are Homer Simpson.
Someone's gifting people snowmen.
And
Nothing wrong with that.
conveniently, almost all of the neighbors are actually in vacation.
How fucking convenient.
And by the way, in case you might have noticed, yes, the design of the snowman is a deliberate reference to the ones in Calvin and Hobbes.
Yes.
Also, the neighbors were DHL. Hi. Anyway, it's just sorry, I lost track of what I was going to say.
Wow, do you not like DHL?
I've had issues. No, the vacation is what we're calling it now, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, to us, vacation is like I'm leaving my job and never coming back.
Also, someone delivered a donation of a huge quantity of presents in front of the door.
Democrats? What?
I'm sure it's fine. If you forgot, Derek is basically her crush from the other neighbors.
Oh no, we saw her.
But you might have forgot the name.
Well, who else would it be? Like,
No, don't let her walk out in that.
Well, Shira, these parents are actually more responsible. They believe that 1 hour for is sufficient. If not, they're actually going to check up on her.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yes, apparently they are both girls, yes.
Mm-hmm.
As the mother just...
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Grandma prepared hot chocolate.
I thought there was going to be blood for a second there.
Yes. Sorry, Shiri, no tea.
No, hot chocolate is nice for that.
Interesting transition there. Freeze frame on the wife, and then fade to black. Sorry, fade to white.
What a white
Is it
winter
really wise?
wonderland.
Is it really wise to be walking around in the middle of such a snowstorm?
She's
To
very
be
concerned
fair-
for the safety of her boyfriend.
Yeah, and to be fair, like, well, for her it should just be a simple walk to his house, essentially.
Again, it's not that far, but this blizzard really came out of fucking nowhere.
And God just put a dark filter on top of the movie. Okay.
I felt it would complement the scene more.
I mean, thanks, I guess.
So basically, Pedro, you're saying that God is actually Michael Dougherty?
I'm making a page master type.
Oh,
like where...
who's that on the rooftop?
Oh my God.
It's the beast. See, again, guys, everything is connected.
Is that the titular Krampus?
Mm-hmm. There's like an actor portraying the suit, but he actually gets a voice actor. But I want to save it a surprise when he actually speaks. They just say that if you played Final Fantasy, you know him.
DHL again?
I'm gonna say John DiMaggio.
Oh.
That's what
Well,
you get for
sucks
being
to
delivery.
be. How dare he deliver?
So the moral of the story is don't work for or get delivery from DHL, or that will happen to you.
That's bad product placement.
I mean, be thankful it's not Apple.
Hmm.
So yeah,
3, 5, 4,
Krampus, in terms of appearance, is very goat-like.
That said, oh,
Someone is taking the name of Christmas in vain. I must interfere.
that's kind of one of Krampus's side hustles.
Again, as I mentioned, in the usual mythology, at least the more common quote-unquote one, Krampus is the one that has to deliver coal to the naughty list because Santa cannot do all the job for himself. Uh-oh.
Remember, Dwebs, Arthur's still kind of new at this whole Santa thing, so he needs help.
Gee, I'm sure absolutely nothing is going to happen.
Are we going to get our sleep paralysis demon for this Christmas?
I'm sure she's just fine.
I'm sure she's fine.
Jinx.
More snowmen.
Boy,
Oh, God,
Alvin's
the
Man believes
working
the killer is
overtime.
actually upping up his ante.
I was going to say, is it going to be like the snowman, where he buries people inside of one? You see, time is actually frozen.
Again, this movie also pulls out a good excuse why they cannot use phones. If the blizzard makes sure the entire electricity gets basically fried.
Well, now you all have to communicate.
You.
God forbid.
Like, oh, Christmas nonetheless.
Oh my God, talking? No!
That's the real horror of this movie.
One thing I'm noticing about this movie is that this movie definitely likes to function in chunks here. Like, sometimes you get these high-octane moments, but then you get these weirdly slow moments here.
Again, the Naughty Cut has a couple of extra scenes spruced in between here and there that actually helps expand a bit more the character, and admittedly, having some of them look less asshole-ish. Again, I wonder if it was Universal decided to just chop that off because they wanted to get the more hassle, nature.
I don't know if it's just me. It does make the pacing feel a bit off.
Oh, look at that! It's Dead Space, I think. Yeah, since the hour has passed, they want to check on their daughter, and they want to use Howard's van since it should be equipped enough.
Are you speaking from experience, or?
And again, some remarks aside, and Dorothy just has the perfect line.
Yeah. No, and Dorothy is the mood.
Why do you bring this horrible cow with you?
She's
even the family of our main character questioned that. They did not want her to be present.
Yeah. And
But,
it seems like she didn't want to be there either.
The grandma seems to be fearing of something.
I don't quite get what.
Okay. So here's a weird thing, though. Now they're not having her stuff get translated with subtitles. Instead, now the son's got to translate for her.
Gotta build a mystery, Pedro. Yes, Pedro?
I'm actually wondering, like, I couldn't quite tell what the girl was holding in her hands. Like, it didn't look like a controller.
An iPad, a tablet.
Oh, okay. Like, so, but I thought they were playing Dead Space, though. Like,
I think there was a mobile game at some point.
That, or she's doing one of those streaming things where you can use it
Or
like
it's
a
one of
controller.
those movies that thinks, oh, video games, and just put something there.
Well, to be
Like
fair,
Photoshop.
no. Well, to be fair, that would mean they would have had to like have transplanted it onto the iPad screen.
My dude, you are aware that global warming doesn't eliminate winter, right?
Oh, Pedro, believe it or not, it's a very common type of argument from global warming deniers here in my country. Like, see, in winter it's cold, so there cannot be global warming.
Yeah, that's how it works. Good job.
I think that's kind of the point that he's done.
Again, it's supposed to represent the stereotypical American family of more chaotic, not really good at parenting family. Again, The Simpsons, basically.
I don't know. I'm starting to think this guy might be dumber than Homer.
It's more just, more passive. Not completely dumb, but again, now we're gonna check the neighbor's house where the daughter was supposed to go.
But let me guess, it's frozen over.
She was
Let's see.
eaten. She was eaten by the plague rats.
Damn.
And then we get are we going to have a dark version of this beginning to look a lot like Christmas?
No, but you are onto something.
Oh, hey, isn't that the boyfriend's house?
Yeah, someone made an entire... And yes, being stereotypical American, this guy is a fucking arsenal in his van. That's a huge-ass revolver.
Why do you need all that?
Bless be the Second
Oh,
Amendment,
it's
Liz.
Linda's. Cute.
Of course it is.
Aww. Don't leave the child too close to the door for too much time, please.
Oh my God! That's Angelique from. It really is
Usually-
connected.
Again,
It
everything
really
is connected, guys.
Well, let's see. The concept of coal, like in Fat Man, I guess. But how are we tying this into Lady and the Tramp? The bulldog?
Yeah,
Sure.
the bulldog. Yeah, the bulldog in the remake. So.
Also, Ruby's Cube, of course. Oh, okay. Frankly, we're about to get my favorite line of the entire movie. Uh-huh. Yeah. Dude. Hold on.
Zing.
I love that line. I'm sorry.
Okay, I get the feeling, Jova, I get the feeling the grandma was also the grandma from Last Airbender. Let me check.
Oh, she
Oh,
might have
Dorothy?
been.
Oh,
No.
Omi. I
He's
don't
talking
know.
about the grandma.
Omi. I don't know actually who she's played by.
I'm checking.
But yeah, the entire house is basically kind of like the Norwegian camp in John Carpenter's The Thing.
Okay, grandma.
Omi,
Krista
this is the-
Stadler.
So is this the boyfriend's house? Is the
Yeah.
I thought you said Mr. Stadler or something.
Oh,
and I'm
a
like,
gingerbread
okay.
man stuck with a knife. Jesus.
God, it's Shrek now.
Right,
Anyway,
what line did I miss? Sorry.
Again, this is a PG-13 movie, but he's not afraid of actually still using swear words when he can.
Remember, it's just the F-bomb they gotta worry about.
Yeah.
Okay, turns out she isn't. She looks like her, though.
And someone, yeah, barged through the chimney, the fireplace. It's Bigfoot.
Tio, Bigfoot doesn't have hooves.
It's a genetically modified Bigfoot. Also, have you ever seen one, Jova?
Yes, actually, I have.
I'm not talking about Red Dead Redemption.
Oh my god. Oh dear.
Oh, she's alive.
I thought she was eaten by the... What was in that box?
Uh-oh.
Ah, dang quicksand.
Warsa,
Quick-
go for
quick
demons.
slow. Oh no,
Shit.
not
Howard.
not generic everyday grumpy uncle.
For you, it's Mr. Generic Grumpy Uncle Dwibs.
Eh?
Huh, that actually scared it off. Guess we're in
Yep.
Resident Evil.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like he just shoots his brother.
It's like The Walking Dead Season 2.
Yeah, where it suddenly decides, actually, you know what? Fuck you.
It's like, sorry, and the last words when he gets to hear from Roman Reedus is sorry, brother.
Whoa!
Shit. Not the van!
Not Lucinda!
Hmm. Yeah, don't worry, guys. We'll be like, from 0 to noisy in a second.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
partially eaten. I would call that a bit more than a scratch.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't show a lot of it because 12
Don't worry, Dweebs, we're
No,
saving you for later.
Dweebs. We can show a lot. Again, like, you'd be
It's just
surprised what
the
you can
movie
get
taking
away
its
with in a
time.
PG-13 movie.
What's that got to do with anything?
She has to take care of them now.
Excuse me.
Hold on,
Excuse,
hold on, Wall. That's an alcoholic, oh Dorothy, no!
excuse me, I need you to take care of something, please. I never like kids.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Keep the fireplace alive. And Dorothy, no! Those are children!
Is she even sober right now?
No, she has started drinking as soon as she arrived.
Who knows?
There's
Maybe
the-
she has an incredibly high tolerance
Underage
rate.
drinking. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Uh,
To be fair, if it's just one sip, it's
Also,
no
the
big
situation is
deal.
getting desperate.
Like I said, to be fair, if it's just one sip, that's fine.
Jesus, Grandma is back in the butcher knife.
Maybe
that turkey's not going to cut itself.
Maybe the grandma is secretly Krampus.
There we go.
I mean, they can't call an ambulance, so.
Yes, the plot twist is that the grandma is behind it. The grandma did it.
Unfortunately, they were not able to find the daughter, but they need to, first survive themselves.
Well, good thing Shyamalan is not directing this, otherwise the twist would be that it was Cthulhu all along. So.
About that.
We're gonna Resident Evil ourselves through this.
Basically.
Well, Jesus can't help you right now, can he?
It's all fine, guys. We're not going to die gruesome murders.
You can't. All the power's out.
If they got a portable player.
Well, it's going to be say portable TV because all the analog in the US stopped at this point.
Oh, look, Wrecking Bass, magnificent.
Or dollar store Rankin Bass by the looks of it.
Which is worse somehow.
The only Rankin Bass film.
This is a horror movie, so it kind of works.
The only Rankin Bass film I remember seeing is The Last Unicorn.
That's a good
weird
one.
fucking movie.
Trust me, those Last Unicorn is not really representative of what the stuff usually looks like.
I mean, okay, I will say that it's cool for stop motion value, and some stories are better than others, but some of them are very cardboard serial.
Mm-hmm.
They also did The King and I, which I believe was what would eventually lead to the great exodus that would lead to Studio Ghibli getting
the animated adaptation
supercharged.
of Return of the King and the Hobbit.
I don't know how those were.
The Hobbit one is fine for the most part. The one of Return of the King, no.
That's the thing. Shiroi. Last Unicorn looks good, but man, is it fucking nuts?
Oh,
Yeah, I had it like the VHS or DVD, whichever one it was at the time.
that movie awakened things in so many kids.
My headcanon is that it's a Discworld spin-off, and I can still run it a bit.
Oh, cool.
Also,
More
yes,
snowmen.
Snow. Again, dude, the killer is upping up his game.
Exactly.
Where's Michael Fassbender when you need him?
Unfortunately, the Snowman film won't be around for another 2 years. Besides, he's stuck in Norway at the minute.
Damn it. Does she?
Don't worry, at least you'll be like near the very warm radiator. Oh no, wait.
Actually, let me check. Did the child actor actually went somewhere? I forgot. MJ Anthony. Let's see. It was extra voice in the Jungle Book live-action movie, and his most recent stuff was for TV in a series called Council of Dads. Yeah, that was a great conversation.
Also, great close up of that guy's belly.
Crotch. Aww.
Oh, how nice. We're all asleep and it's accompanied by a lovely rendition of Silent Nights.
Yep, everything's fine here.
Absolutely.
And then the finger of it is Krampus. He bursts in and kills everybody.
That's the thing, Dwebs. If you noticed, there's a clear, distinct lack of main source of light, because some idiot decide to not keep the fireplace alive.
I think it's kind of because they all fell asleep.
And as the battery is about to die.
Right as the song... Oh, not even as the song ends. I mean, maybe they didn't want the house to accidentally burn down, so that's why the fire's out.
But that's the thing. Omi recommended it to happen, and probably for a very good reason.
Oh, there is a single candle.
And then Sirius Black comes out of that.
Worse, Dwebs.
What could be worse?
Actual murderers, not framed ones.
It's a hook.
Captain Hook.
Oh, so this
Oh my
is actually,
God.
so this is actually a Hooks 2, the Hook 2 that we never knew we got.
With the jingling stuff and a gingerbread man.
It's the gritty
God.
remake like that Winnie the Pooh one we began.
Oh, so this is what came of the gingerbread man from the Shrek movies.
It's a good thing we don't have anyone who has particular appetite in this family. Oh no.
Well, Shrek is owned by the studio.
He is literally fishing for suckers.
Kid,
I
Not
swear,
worth it.
you're
swear-
smarter than this.
Is he sure? Is he?
I get that his brain is stuck in his guts.
Maybe?
Yeah.
My guess is he probably assumes this is a dream anyway.
Also, why is his mouth always... okay, now it's better, but just now it was again stuck in that position.
Yummy. By the way, that's Seth Green.
Yeah,
Seth Green is a
sense.
gingerbread man.
Sure. Zeppelin is a great voice actor. So.
Got him.
Yeah, this is definitely a horror comedy. Oh my god, they really added that sound effect. Okay, I see we went
Also-
to the Event Horizon School of Horror with sound effects.
Oh!
Also, it was mentioned.
Shoota! Go on.
It was mentioned at the start of the movie, and I don't exactly know the effect that it has, but when the kid was trying to talk to this other kid, the sister leaned in, and because he was asking him, "Oh, what did you want for Christmas?" And the girls were laughing, and the sister leaned in and whispered "dialysis." I'm not sure what effect that treatment has.
I guess they wanted to say because he drank a lot of soda drinks, his kidneys were basically busted.
Yeah, but the way the sister leaned in, I don't think that was... I didn't know whether to read that as a joke or if he does actually get dialysis.
It was most likely, offensive snark more than anything.
I did not know how to read that. So.
Well, they've off one of their kids.
Ow.
Here's the shoe to remember him by.
And yeah, even the tree caught fire accidentally.
That's one way to get some light in there.
You get to keep the shoes.
And now it's time for finally for some explanation.
Yes, you're all dicks, so you're gonna die.
think this is a horror movie or something. Oh, now you can speak English.
Yeah, I'm Dorothy seems to agree with you.
So maybe the
I
grandma
do
was
speak
being a
English,
dick
I just
too.
didn't want to have to talk
More
to
like
you fucking
she
people.
wants to reserve it, but now who wants an animation flashback similar to
Rankin
Deathly
Bass.
Hallows?
Oh, that too, yeah.
From her childhood, basically. Yeah, if you can imagine, she being German and being a kid, she passed Christmas not in the most pleasant of times.
Pretty good animation, I'll give him that.
Yep. I don't know who did it, but good stuff.
I'll check.
Like, you two are arguing, don't take it out on her.
Oh.
Oops.
Yeah.
His brother.
Yeah, in some bouts of war, Krampus is Santa's brother.
That's the title of the movie.
Oh, interesting fact. This movie was the first one to be classified as a Christmas horror film since the 2006 remake of Black Christmas.
Huh.
If anything, it revitalized the genre. It even created a sort of exploitation for the Krampus as a figure. So yeah, Krampus actually did spare the Omi as a child and left just a reminder of what he's capable of.
Well, that's the thing. She's
A single bell.
That's the thing. She's the reminder that he left, according to what she said.
This. And because our protagonist was basically related to her by blood, by doing that kind of wish, he attracted Krampus all the way to America.
I assume that you can attract Krampus just by making that kind of wish regardless of your heritage.
You're next, my dude.
Merry Christmas, everyone. More snowmen.
Howie isn't one of these snowmen. Guess which one?
Yeah, it's implied these Lumens are basically the victims of Krampus, just reconverted there.
Oh my god, that goofy run.
Again, there is some CGI, as you've noticed, but a lot of effects are actually practical.
So, is Krampus really the most demonic being there is, or just the ultimate neighborhood prankster? You make the call.
Well, I mean, some prank is kidnapped a child.
Well, the joke's certainly on the parents now, isn't it?
It's almost Christmas time.
Objection! Almost Christmas
Almost
means
Christmas.
it isn't Christmas yet.
Yes, Phoenix. I don't
Okay,
know.
can we have an Ace Attorney horror game next?
That would be cool. We
I forgot
kind
if I asked already. Has there been an Ace Attorney? Well, I guess from the sequels, an Ace Attorney games game where a trial has to be performed like on a moving vehicle, like a boat or a plane.
kind okay. Kind of in the Great Ace Attorney.
Well, the
A
Great
spin-off
Attorney,
a spin-off of the Spirit mediums called Turnabout Haunting.
well, yeah, like Jova just said, the second case of the first Greatest Attorney takes place entirely on a boat. It's purely investigation, with no actual trial. But yeah, if that counts.
So it's more similar to Leighton Brothers, I guess.
Well, okay. Let me explain.
There you go. That was a rap bomb.
Yeah. You do get kind of some... Anyways, I was saying, you do kind of get some bout of equivalent to the trial stuff, but I mean, it's not official trial business. It's kind of like investigations in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, investigations... Well, okay, to be fair, the entirety of the case doesn't take place on the plane. Just a portion of it.
Yeah.
Just to know, just in case.
I mean, given all the crazy stuff that's happened...
Yeah, what she said.
What she said.
So yeah, if you forgot, the family also received a bunch of mysterious presents from donations.
And what's little Howie Jr.'s present?
They were partially also burned during the fire, but...
Jack in the Box. And inside is the head of her child.
What's in the box?
Not Christmas yet, don't open it.
It's more important. Yeah.
Yeah, get Mr. Plow, he'll help us.
So yeah, similar to Tremors, the family is actually organizing an escape plan. That's what he said before. So yeah, another thing for to mention, another movie inspiration from this, Gremlins.
Okay.
Don't we have somebody from
Cute.
that movie working on this?
No, like I said, Michael Dougherty just loves to be referential.
What about the writer, though? I feel like someone from Gremlins worked on this.
He was only one of them, but the other two writers were Todd Casey and Zach Shields, but I don't know much of their, filmography.
Mm. Just funny. Isn't Gremlins kind of a Christmas movie too?
Comedy horror, yes. It is also comedy horror.
Uh-huh. Oh, come on. That doesn't even sound like her. Like, okay, it does sound like her, as if it were coming through a microphone.
The Predator is having his voice imitation program malfunctioning, Jova.
Okay, I'll admit, if the twist was actually that a Predator was behind all this, that would sadly make this a better Predator movie than The Predator.
You two are stupid, by the way.
Alas, Universal does not own the franchise. Well, Prey made up for it, to be fair, so yeah.
Going with them?
You are horrible.
That means, moving the ass up from the couch, Shiro. That's a bit too much.
I'm holding the baby. I cannot move.
Of course.
It's just a delicate position.
Yeah, I did that thing. I didn't learn anything from Home Alone. I shouldn't have wished for my parents and everyone else to not be here, so now it's going to fuck us all over. Don't make selfish wishes, kids.
Yeah, that's the name of a dog, by the way.
Rosie.
Yeah, I ain't touching this shit.
Wait. Rosie, where's Jim?
Dude, you said you used to do a lot of hunting. You should know that's not a hunting breed.
Also, I think that dog's smart enough to know that this probably...
There's some supernatural shit going on.
Yeah.
I ain't been bad at this stuff. Stevie's not around right now.
Please leave a message after the beep.
Or
the sound of agonizing death.
We'll post you his remains next Christmas.
You know, this really does make me wonder what a Christmas-themed Resident Evil movie would be like. I mean, and hey...
we got Jova was Dead Rising 4, and again, let's leaving the technical problems aside, the idea of, Dead Rising game set on Christmas still has some merits.
Oh yes, it did have merits.
It was not the full potential it could reach. But some presents exploded.
Oh. Yeah, that's like the only thing you have. Oh boy, this film's got all my favourite themes rolled into one. Now we can add crying babies to it.
Did a crying baby kill your father or something?
Uh-oh.
No, the older kid is doing that.
Someone vented.
Yeah.
That's a little sus.
But that's a pretty tiny vent, which
means... Man. That's right, Howard will have to fight Gingerbread Man.
Oh my god, this really is Gremlins again.
Uh-oh.
That's a jack-in-the-box connected to something.
The worst kind.
Oh, dear.
Der Clown, as it's called.
Down the hatch! The stuff you can get away with on a PG-13 rating. Well, it even burped. Thing has no manners.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God, right in his good leg.
No, he hasn't got a
Pieces
good
of
leg.
shit.
Nail gun! Yep, definitely a comedy horror. Just relax. Think of it like a giant clown. That's a thing.
Again, most of these are practical.
Also, yeah, that looks totally like Tiffany from the Chucky series.
But we don't get Jennifer Tilly here.
Oh, there's a bear. A teddy bear.
But sure, you've already got a monster movie with Jennifer Tilly in it. There's Monsters Inc.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than the other one with monsters in it, Home on the Range.
Okay, now this is definitely Sam Raimi moment. Like, that
I
was
wonder-
Screaming Evil Dead.
I wonder if Michael Dougherty is a fan of Raimi's films.
Ow, ow.
This is what would have happened to Sid if he kept up his nonsense.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh. One. No. Wait for it. Oh, slow-mo.
God.
Yay!
Yay!
She's a good girl.
Pity is going. Wait, is sugar?
That's not the biggest concern to have right now, though, James.
I gotta say though, it's interesting. Michael Dougherty going from this to Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
I was like Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters.
He certainly knows, at least to me, he certainly knows how to entertain the audience.
Oh, no, you don't.
Damn it.
Of course,
Sorry,
that one
you've
got
already
away.
used our swear. You already used our swear.
Maybe you should have
quota.
stopped for a one-liner.
I wanted to look cool doing it.
There are some post-ass-kicking one-liners you could have waited for.
Oof.
Don't waste too many bullets on it.
Check out its batteries.
They're not really skilled with firearms like the others.
Seeing you fire a gun turned me on.
I was gonna say, I think he was into that.
Don't you see? This has been bringing them well together as a family.
Yeah, you got your answer.
Uh-oh.
was gonna say, the older daughter kind of vanished from the movie.
Well, she was the first victim.
Mhm.
So
Really? I thought it was just she was just captured or something. I think she.
Well, she was captured, but if you notice, it was the same monster clown that evaded.
They're venting again.
So let's have the dog venting.
That dog's gonna get eaten.
Ah.
Is that dog going to be able to fight off the giant Jack in
You'll
the
be
Box
calling her
clown?
Daisy soon, my dude.
Yeah, something tells me the dog did not manage to do it.
Nah, you think?
Or maybe.
Oh.
Or maybe the thing is scared of dogs for some reason.
Dogs, my one weakness.
Wait a minute. Where's the dog? Oh shoot, it brought a friend!
What in the FNAF?
Oh no.
Oh boy. Everyone's back.
There you go.
Oh my
Ugh,
god,
blood
Aunt
splatter.
Dorothy, that bear had a family! Oh. That was a nice pose.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yes!
Oh.
Elves? Okay, but why?
Oh. Why not?
Oh no.
Oh snap.
Oh no, not the poor child.
I think Aunt Dorothy may be next. Damn. No. You did. Okay.
Again, horror comedy.
I won't deny I'm getting enjoyment out of this movie, but I think this movie might be a little confused. So are you gonna do something instead of just mugging at us?
Uh-oh. They were about to, but... Sorry, David Bowie called.
Something worse is coming from you. Also, tone down the lightning if you would.
Please.
Okay, I guess.
Uh-oh. It's a bit too late for that.
Huh.
And for good timing... It's not necessarily a dark reprise, Waves, but something closer.
Alright, get your coats, honey. We're going for a little walk.
I know someone just stole the baby. We're just heading out, though.
Omi, unfortunately, instead is gonna stay behind
Why?
to hold off a bit Krampus as much as she can.
What's she going to do?
Well, keep him busy.
Yeah, keep him busy as he devours her. Besides, he'll probably just plow straight through her, because, again, assuming he knows her, he'll probably know that this is just a ploy.
It's not necessarily a ploy, it's more like buying time as much as she can.
I don't know, like, I mean, unless she has a means of fighting him, I don't think it's really gonna buy them.
It's more of a case of she probably believes everyone's fucked, so and trying everything she can. And there you go, just like in the neighbor's house. Krampus is just a bit big for the chimney,
Figures. It's a neat hood.
Hi.
Huh. Weird. His face resembles that of Santa Claus underneath the hood.
I wonder.
It's an interesting design. Is that a dead Santa's face he's wearing? No, wait, that wouldn't make sense. Santa Claus kicked his ass.
Yeah. Maybe it's just like a dead face that he's just wearing.
Unless this is the Santa Claus that Tim Allen accidentally killed in the first Santa Claus. Oh, speaking of which, from what I've heard, the Santa Clauses is actually a pretty good show.
I thought it was a series of movies.
Okay. You do know that they made that new Disney Plus series, which is a sequel to the movies.
I didn't know. And guess what? This actually leads you straight to hell, so...
So, yeah, didn't buy him much time. And you're
whatever
next.
She could.
Weird, because I thought Krampus was all about sparing her and all that stuff. You'd think he'd find it more sadistically pleasurable to leave her alive, knowing that it's going to happen all over.
This time was Max, not her.
True,
maybe
yeah.
If I stand here if I stand here long enough, I'll buy them time. Or let me 2 minutes. No.
I was just thinking, you think that Krampus would, like, leave both her and the boy alive, if only because, he's like, oh, hey, you're one of my return customers.
Oh, great, it's the Gopher Demon again.
Still afraid of bullets, I see, so that means it can be killed.
Again, just like in the first Predator movie, if it bleeds, we can kill it. I love you, wife.
I mean, still better line than I'm a sniper, just get me close.
Oh, God. It's hard to think of any line in The Predator that wasn't unbelievably dumb.
Yeah.
I know one line that wasn't dumb.
The end?
No. Yeah, the end, exactly.
That's not a line, though. That's...
Well, okay, remind me. Does the movie have a the end thing? Oh, no.
And Adam Scott dies. Oops.
Oh.
No, I got a glimpse. Who directed the movie? Remind me.
Shane Black.
Shane
Black. Here's the best. Well, okay, fine. That Shane Black. Okay, what's this? Fuck it. I get it. Here's the best line in the movie. Produced by insert person here. There you go. There's your best line.
Is that really a line, though? That's literally just a caption.
It's technically a line. Whoa, okay, these lights.
Yeah,
Wow.
I similar to Event Horizon, I kind of forgot the last part of this movie loves to do this. Sorry. So only 2 surviving, Max and the twin with the glasses. And of course, the car doesn't start. There we go. Oh shit.
So they're both going to die.
No, I think it's just going to be the twin. Because remember how the story went with the grandma.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Huh. Well done, kid. Oh, it ate the elf instead.
Accidentally, yeah. So yeah,
No,
now
no.
only our protagonist, Max, remains. And it's time to have a small chit chat with Krampus himself. There you go. And the letter that, you know, he wrote.
Geez, you rip up one letter to Santa Claus, and next thing you know, it's the apocalypse.
And also the bell, there you go.
And just like the grandma. Yep.
I know what you're thinking. Movie's over, right? Nope. Believe it or not.
Fade to black. Oh, what you doing, kid?
This is set up for Krampus 2, Christmas Boogaloo.
No, there was a sort of a follow-up comic, but I will mention it during after the movie's over.
Really?
Yeah, Michael Dougherty loves this movie, and as such, he personally wrote that comic. So yeah, before he leaves, Krampus even has his own custom sleigh.
With reindeer.
Demonic reindeers and everything.
So I see no one made it very far.
No, only Max survived.
Oh wait, hold on. There's the twin. Now that's just rude. I renounce my wish!
Yes.
Too late, kid.
Of course! This was all a tie-in to Wonder Woman 1984! Now this makes sense!
No takesies backsies.
Not for this kind. Uh-oh. Again, the foreshadowing from Christmas Carol is also prevalent because now you're staring right into the depths of hell, kids.
Or maybe that's just where Krampus calls home.
I guess.
Now it's stuck in the hole there.
You know, I gotta wonder, Tio, is there a movie that ever shows Santa in his first encounter with Krampus? Because now that I think about
Might be
it...
possible, but I don't remember.
Because keep in mind, Krampus works for Santa because Santa beat this guy up. Really? You're coming at me with a crowbar?
No.
Oh my god, we're doing that Ghost of Christmas Future thing, aren't we?
Kinda.
Oh, what pleasant eyes you have.
Like the ones of a goat.
Oh, the better to
Maybe
stab you in
Krampus,
my dear.
perhaps means a little more.
The tears of children sustain me.
Not. By the way, that laughter is from, of all people, Gideon Emery. So random. I have no idea why him. Why?
Think twice, but be careful what you wish for, kid. And now you'll be alone in hell. And now you'll go back to the original Christmas, where everything was on fire.
Oh no, he's entering the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Enjoy hell.
It is totally the Ghost of Christmas Future thing, isn't it?
Also, Robo Chicken poster. How random. Hey, the bullies are soft, just in time for Christmas morning.
No, don't open the door.
Ta-da!
Is he just having to relive this day for eternity?
I wonder.
Look, everyone else is also fine.
Yeah, the way you said that.
That happens all the time, honey.
Okay, so either
Does she just say things like?
Yes.
Okay, so
She keeps them stored.
So either they pulled the whole "it was just a dream" bullshit, or
Hold on,
it turns
Dibs,
out
let's wait
wait
and
a
see.
minute, this is too perfect for Christmas.
You might also notice there's a bit of Vaseline on the camera.
Michael forgot to
Well,
clean
someone
the
should
camera.
have wiped that shit off.
Yeah, Michael forgot to clean it.
A knuckle puncher? Why?
Did they just buy him knuckle dusters?
Yeah, apparently. Also taxidermied animal that wanted.
That the baby is weirdly fascinated by.
That baby's gonna grow up to be a female Norman Bates.
Oh, even Max got his present. Oh.
A bell?
It's the Christmas Krampus in a box.
Yeah, there's a gremlin in there.
It's
Yeah.
the bell.
As a reminder, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that one Black Mirror episode where you have to live the same horrific day over and over again as punishment for your crimes.
Oh, that one.
We're getting
Wait a
close to the end
minute.
of the movie.
Everyone else seems to remember something too. Did we all collectively have the same dream?
Or they're all dead and this is the afterlife.
Even the dog remembers.
We'll go on the phone for a second.
Yeah, let's pour another one.
Yeah.
Oh, let me guess. It's to remind them that Krampus is watching them, essentially. So basically he's like, okay, so I gave you one revive, but I'll be keeping my eye on you for the rest of your lives. Yeah, see? He's probably using that igloo right there to keep an eye on them.
Glob. One interpretation people have was instead that the entire family was captured and he's supposed to be out, but no. The comic eventually confirms exactly what Jova guessed, that Krampus has actually indeed given him a second chance, but he will just keep an eye on them. So yeah, despite everything, this movie has a sort of a happy ending.
So when you... Okay,
Happy ending. They're stuck in a snow globe. For
No,
eternity.
Metaphorical lives.
Yeah, remember, that's actually how Krampus is keeping an eye on them. But in regards to the comic...
It's more like a camera surveillance.
So, like, is the comic a sequel to it, or is it like an adaptation that just clears things up?
No, it's a sequel, but it's more of a tangent story that only references particularly this one and more follows instead more Krampus more than anything. In the meantime, Dweebs, final thoughts. No, there's no post-credit scene anyway.
That was a weird movie.
Yeah.
So basically, the moral of the story is: don't wish to be alone at Christmas, otherwise you'll get it in its most horrifying fashion. You will also be sent to hell along with your family, and you'll be metaphorically trapped in a snow globe for all eternity.
So it was a weird movie. I think I can kind of see why it apparently got a split reception from audience members.
Well, Pedro, if I wrote this movie, the whole family would be dead.
Well, they technically were dead at some point in the movie.
No, they would stay dead, and to be honest, they all deserve it. Wishing your family to not be around, being kind of racist.
Okay, with all due respect, Dibs, I don't necessarily think those are all equivalent to kill, essentially. Like, kind of some disproportionate retribution there.
And to be fair, Krampus did manage to teach them a lesson still.
Yes,
Yeah, don't wish your family gone. Don't be racist. Don't take better care of your kids.
Let's be honest, everyone had issues, but yeah, no, the racism one definitely does stand out.
You also noticed, Dweebs, that it's more of a case also that during the harsher time, the family actually did try to improve and bother to stick together, so there was also that going for. Let's continue.
This brought them together as a family.
Inside a snow globe of hell.
I mean, at least the kid at least has to remember full well everything that happened. So,
well, based off of those looks, all the family members will remember.
Yep. So yeah, they'll never again will they do the horrible things they did in the past. But yeah. Technical wise, it was at least directed really well, especially with the practical effects that they used, and even some of the CGI. Especially for how cheap the film was, and it was mostly stuck in like one street and one house. Yeah, it earned a good profit. And yeah, that's it. I haven't seen many Christmas horror movies, but
have you seen the first Gremlins, Dweebs?
No.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a good solid start at least. So there's that. And that's it. That's it for me.
Hiroi.
Oh, it was fun for the holidays, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, get along or you're all going to hell. Sounds about right. Yes. I don't know. I enjoyed this quite a bit. Racism aside, like the humor was generally pretty good. The movie also looks good, like because you said it's all practical, right? Or mostly
Yeah.
practical.
The
mostly.
CGI was mostly for the gingerbread man, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
understandable.
And yeah, I if it weren't for the comic, I would have interpreted the ending the other way because you had that whole shot with a lot of snow globes.
That was actually the more common interpretation for when the movie came out, and people, I'd only had to guess, to be fair. So I would say that the movie, I argue, does not make it immediately, understandable. The guessing that ultimately turned out to be true. So I don't blame you for, guessing more.
It's an open ending, I guess, before the comic, anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, so the comic, is it like an expansive sequel, or is it just mainly something made to give closure?
It's labeled as a tie-in, but it's basically something that instead follows more Krampus, and again, it only partially references the events of his movie, if I recall.
But it pretty much confirms that these snow globes are his way of keeping an eye on folk.
They're basically like surveillance cameras.
He really does see you when you're sleeping.
And knows that you're awake.
Granted, I wonder if Santa cut him in on some of that stuff when he had him work for him.
Similar to the Darksiders games where we see Satan but not God, we see Krampus in these but never Santa, so who knows?
Seriously though, at this point I really want a movie about Santa fighting Krampus to show us the origin about how Krampus would have to work for Santa. Because that sounds pretty awesome when you think about it.
Closest I believe it or not, the closest I can imagine is how Kirk Cameron describes the Santa sequence in Saving Christmas. And that's not a compliment, by the way.
Oh my god. Yeah, I have not heard kind things about that movie. Basically, the best way to describe that movie, Shiroi, is that it has an awesome poster for it. That really sells you on a different movie than what it actually is.
Oh, and that's everyone's favorite. I'm not sure what else to say exactly. This was just actually, again, I hadn't heard of this movie, so no expectations for it. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So.
Okay,
yeah.
Pedro.
Yeah, this was fine. I enjoyed it. I guess the only thing I wish there, I feel like you could have turned up the humor even further than you did. Make more use of the aunt.
I love how this is sounding like it's gonna be a repeat on your thoughts of Fat Man, which ironically enough kind of went for similar trajectories. Ended up being a surprisingly good time, darker take on the Santa mythos and stuff, even with the coal.
See, the thing is, Java, you have to understand that when it comes to me and horror, I have a very weird relationship with the horror genre, Java. For example, my brother is your typical horror fanatic. He loves The Exorcist. He loves The Conjuring. He loves... look, think of any major horror classic, and my brother will tell you about how they're awesome and all that shit, But I have never really... for example, when I watch The Exorcist and they do the whole thing with the head twisting, I don't find that scary. I just find that hilarious, to be honest with you, because it looks like a cartoon to me. That's why I'm more into horror comedies, or at the very least more slasher horror movies rather than straight. Well, let me rephrase that. Rather than more. How should I put it?
You would prefer something like Evil Dead over Friday the 13th, basically.
Yeah, basically. Oh, I love Evil Dead. I mean,
that's what I mean. You would prefer watching that over, something more straight,
Well, I still like Friday the 13th because when I mean horror, I mean horror stuff like The Conjuring and shit like that. Okay. Or The Exorcist, like I said, or that's more based on doesn't have an actual killer going on.
Anyway, where are you going with this?
But the point is, when it comes to stuff like this, when it comes to movies like this, where it's just this monster trying to kill people. In this case, Krampus. You know, I feel like this works better. Okay, you can either go in two different routes. You either turn up the comedy and really make this a fun romp, or you do something like Curse of Chucky and you turn up the dark atmosphere and really make this a really screwed up thing. Whereas this kind of sitting somewhere in the middle of those two. So I feel like, yeah, you probably could have gone really, really further in either of those two.
Considering, again, the theatrical cut was the PG-13 rating, I wonder if Universal still mandated Michael Dougherty to restrain and he wanted to do something more.
Mm-hmm. So, again, I think, but that being said, the movie's still fine. I mean, it has some fun moments, and yeah, there's enough creativity here to keep you entertained, yeah. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't dislike my time with it. It's fine. And like I said, I did have fun pointing out some of the Hollywood cliches you find in the first half hour. So there's that. Also, yeah, it turns out I did kind of get things right. Yeah, that kid basically was just the 80s fat kid character.
I don't think he had a single spoken line.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, he did have that one where when he and the girl were mocking Max at the table.
No.
Was it that the other one?
It was
Yeah, that was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he didn't have a single line. Now that I think about it, huh?
I think he yelled the "Get me down" bit when he was being yanked up.
Maybe. It was a bit chaotic, admittedly.
All right. Like I said, enjoyed it. Fine.
This was a fine movie. It's a good companion piece to Fat Man, actually. Fat Man was sort of a black action comedy. This one's obviously a Christmas horror comedy. You know, definitely more serious takes, but still have comedy in the mix here. I think I liked Fat Man a bit more since I feel like it had a better idea of what it wanted to do. I feel like one of the weaknesses of this movie is that it feels like it's trying to do everything and kind of loses sight on that. Like, suddenly it has the commercialism angle, but then it has the Christmas angle, then it has the jerk angle and the mean-spirited angle, and whew. I feel like for a movie with this length, it could have maybe have focused a bit more on certain things here and there. I kind of do agree, maybe a bit more comedy may have helped, but that being said, what they did good, I will give them credit for. Like, Aunt Dorothy, she was a mood. The racism, yeah, that was uncomfortable as all hell. Jesus Christ. Now, in terms of as a conclusion, that conclusion kind of felt weird a bit. Like, I guess renouncing the wish, I'm assuming, well, I don't know if Krampus has spared...
It's interpretable as Krampus, genuinely was not touched, but, genuinely wanted to respect still Max's wish, and just had decided to have a final trolling moment at the end by throwing him in hell.
Because, holy cow, that does seem to be Krampus's MO in this movie.
You cast Gideon Embry for a single lantern. That's like the easiest paycheck. Hey, Gideon, I know you're a bit busy with Final Fantasy XIV, but I know you're getting recasted soon, so can you get here and record a bit of a laughter? Okay, thanks.
But, yeah, no, this, movie... It's fine. I wouldn't call it amazing. Like, again, the bits where nothing is happening, you do feel the pace slows down a bit. Granted, this movie does try to supplement that stuff well, for the most part. I do feel like there could have been a bit more exciting confrontations here. Like, okay, well, you got some of the good confrontations, but then there are the bits where... Oh, yeah, no, clearly they're just getting picked off one by one. Like, apparently the invisible gopher demons pretty much got the most kills out of anything here. The build-up to Krampus is good, though, and I dig the design of Krampus. He literally just looks like evil Santa.
That was the intent.
So, yeah, no, this is a fine Christmas pick.
All right, I'll conclude. Again, I genuinely still love this movie for one of those bizarre Christmas times. It still could have been a bit better. For example, again, the joke that Aunt Dorothy does, which is the only one that really stands out, along what would be instead of amazing repertoire of her, that should have been reworked sometime. I think you can make it work if she gets glares or gets shut down, for that. But the movie only later calls her out, and not necessarily on that particular joke. So I think the movie could have gone the extra mile and make it still integrating some kind of fashion. I don't know. I think there's a bit missing, which makes it does stand out. But otherwise, other than that, Aunt Dorothy is the standout to me in the movie. Like, again, Conchata Ferrell was an amazing actress. She even appeared in one episode of Murder, She Wrote, where she's the one that gets killed. And again, she gets some amazing one-liners, including the moment where she starts using the shotgun. I like also the practical effects and everything. Again, the reimagining of these mythos. I don't mind the fact that the family is presented at the beginning as jerkish, as excessively jerkish, because that's the point. Even the commercial in this beginning, it's sort of a reflection. Again, the movie wants to emphasize the idea of the people have lost the spirit of Christmas, and instead think about what it means only on a superficial level, rather than genuinely caring about each other. And this kid inadvertently manages to get a wish. You can also see, again, the referential stuff from other movies, Gremlins, Evil Dead, Home Alone. This is a movie you can tell where the director had fun making it. You can also tell, however, as I mentioned with Pedro and Jova, that I wonder if Universal allegedly did impose some mandates or, restrictions on how the movie was made. But you can tell some scenes probably were supposed to be a bit more on that. And I wonder if originally Michael Dougherty wanted to make this properly R-rated, fully on, because again, the Naughty Cut only restores takes with the swear words. There's not much in terms of gore, to be honest. Sure, there were some cartoony effects here and there, but I did not really mind it. Similar to Event Horizon, to be honest. I like also the acting. Again, I mentioned Conchata Ferrell, but also the other actors. Who are interpreting the role of these stereotypical American family. Again, this is kind of like the juxtaposition between Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito last year. Deck the Halls, just instead of reaching the boiling point where both characters becomes very unlikable, there is a third party that interrupts the kind of dynamic and forces them to actually work together, as a family should. Again, there's just this mixture of fun and coziness in this twisted way that I like about this movie. And in general, this kind of style that makes it that has these mix about things will be kind of sort of preserved also for Godzilla King of the Monsters, just adapting into the kaiju formula. And I actually love about this director. I would like probably to see Trick or Treat at some point, because I also told it's also good. It's basically a Halloween kind of version of this movie in some kind of way, or I think it's an anthology. Again, I'll have to check it out. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll have to find a way to escape from hell, maybe soon, maybe next Christmas. Who knows what awaits the future. So for the time being, Merry Christmas, Bah Humbug, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, and don't wish your family away, please. See ya.
Get along.
Ciao.
Yeah.